What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the morning slot. Y'all, I have a fucking headache. Y'all, I've been ripping and running all morning. I just been on go-go. I think I need coffee. Is it anybody else that drinks coffee like all the time? And if you get to a certain point of the day and you have not had your coffee, you get a headache? Is it just me, bitch? Because I could swear the reason why I have a headache is because I have not had no coffee yet, y'all. Come on now. Hold on, give me a second. Don't nobody do that now. Not of the way I be doing that now. Not a boy, bitch. Boy, good. This here. Anyway, what shall we talk about today, you guys? You guys ever realize when things just start pouring into your life, just all the blessings start pouring into your lap, is when you finally just like stop being an asshole and just start doing what you're supposed to do, and just everything just start happening so easy, and then just start happening so easy, so frequently, where you just like, you can't barely even keep up with all of this action that's going on in your life. Like, you know, like in your life, you always have those dry seasons, but then you have those seasons where things are just popping. I mean, just shit just popping, just like boom, 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 boom. You want to come here, Reg? You want to do this? You want to do this? I be like, ooh, yeah. So all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? And then, like, you're tired. You realize you ain't had no coffee. And the headache kicks in. But you're blessed. It's because you got your shit right. You got your shit right. It feels so good. I swear for God. Can I cry with y'all? Can I cry? Hold on. It feels so good to just finally have your shit right, y'all. Oh my God. Ooh, Lord Jesus. You've been so good to me. I just gotta take a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm saying he look like a big ass olive, y'all. That's why I'm sitting here looking like an olive, because I'm in peace. I'm happy. I'm festive. You understand what I'm saying? Do you hear me? Okay? It's a lot of evergreen. It's a lot of luxurious blessings coming into my life, and I just want to be here and be patient and just feel blessed. Do you understand? You understand? I gotta take a second and slow down and just humble myself and have some coffee. You understand? Because I need something to pipe me up, because it's a lot of shit going on right now. And this could have never happened. I never would have made, bitch, I would have never made it if it wasn't for Father God. If it wasn't for Father God, if he wouldn't have pulled me through, if he pulled me out the fuck shit. Can we praise him for a minute? Hold on, this morning. Can we give him a now, y'all know I cuss and I pray. The Lord know my mouth, and he's working on me. It's taking baby steps. Y'all don't judge me, but y'all praise him today, y'all, because I know, listen. Anybody, if you are stepping into 2020 with any type of stress, any type of fool-la-la bullshit going on in your life, I want you to know the progressive steps that you should be taking to make your life better. It's worth it. Okay? Do not sit there and just suffer when your life can be so much better. I'd rather be tired from exhaustion, from happiness, and because of a lot of opportunities coming in my life, versus me being tired and exhausted from stress and anguish and ridicule from someone who's insecure, or driving myself crazy worrying about someone who doesn't love me, or someone's cheating on me, or me not feeling worthy. I don't want to feel tired. I don't want to feel tired from shit like that ever again. Do you understand? So I just want y'all to, again, and shout out to my collective group, my little group, man. It's about 6 of us that we meet. I'm about to figure out a way to expand that group. Might move us back on over to Patreon, you guys, because I feel like the energy that we got in that group, I'm most definitely feeling that this morning. And I didn't even realize that I put that olive on this morning, but that was like the batch flour remedy ingredient for our success, to reach the sun, to reach the happiness, to really Feel the blessed warmth of rebirth. Sometimes it's just having to extend that olive branch to find peace in your life. Seriously. You have to extend that olive branch to yourself sometimes and forgive yourself for the past. Keep your eyes focused towards the future and be appreciative where you are today. You know, like, no matter what you've done, what you've been through, man, my slate was not clean, but I stepped out on faith and I told God that I wanted something different. Me extending the olive branch for myself is me looking back at maybe the mistakes that I made in the past and saying, you know what, I forgive myself. I learned from what I went through and I found peace in that. That's what olive means. Finding peace. Like a problem solver. Being able to forgive. So extend that olive branch to yourself. Forgive yourself. And find peace. Some people, me included, might have made mistakes in a job. Might have made mistakes in a relationship. Might have fucked some shit up with a family member or a friend. Might need to fix some shit with their relationship with their parent or their children or whatever the fuck it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can always learn from it. Find peace with the lesson that you learned in it. Really adapt that skill. Because once you find peace with something and you really understand the purpose of that experience being in your life and you apply it, that lesson, to your everyday being, where it's not a lesson no more, it's a fucking tool. Being able to harness your own peace is a tool. Being able to forgive is a tool. It's a tool that I don't really know how to use very well yet. So y'all gotta work on me. One thing about Scorpio, we don't forget a motherfucking thing, nigga. What? Bitch. So I'm gonna work on that one, okay? God working on me. But we still extending olive branches though, right? Okay. It don't necessarily mean you going out there calling your cousin that done stole your rent money and being like, bitch, we've been beefing for 5 years and shit. I'm extending olive branch. I forgive you. Don't call that bitch. Facts. What? Call that motherfucking ex that cheated on you, that mistreated you. Talking about, oh, I'm at peace with myself. I'm trying to forgive you so I can forgive myself. No. Facts. That ain't what that mean. That ain't what that olive branch means. So I don't want none of y'all listening to this shit. Talking about, oh, because Red said, be at peace. Reds ain't say that. Reds ain't say that. Red said. Now listen to, come on here. Red said. Okay? We gonna extend the olive branch to ourselves. See, we gonna find that inner peace. See, motherfuckers just be trying to find some reason to call an ex or just to go back in the past. Just be like, Don't be trying to use this motherfucking as a tool and a mechanism to go and do some stupid shit, okay? If you just want to go back and be an asshole and talk to your ex, the one that fucked you over, or go run beg a motherfucker for some attention or for a job or this and that, when you know you can do something better with yourself. Respect yourself. Bitch, go do that, but don't use me as a tool and a mechanism. No, you won't. I choose to disengage. But anyway, what I'm saying is, what you need to do, sometimes you have to forgive motherfuckers within yourself. Because what good is it going to do you holding on to resentment of what someone did to you in the past? You do not have to talk to them. It's about you finding and you seeking that forgiveness within yourself. You know what? This person hurt me, but I truly learned a valued lesson that helped increase my character and who I am. I'm a different and I'm a better person now because of that experience. Because I found self-love. I know my self-worth. I know my value. And because of that experience, I'm moving to operate extremely different. Okay? Olive. Cash money green, baby. Do you understand? It's that cocktail olive, baby. Do you understand? I'm a blast in a glass. I have a whole new swagger like Mick Jagger out here. Sometimes when you go through experiences, it livens you up. It wakens you up to who you truly are. That's why you find peace. That's why you find forgiveness. And whatever that lesson was, whatever that mistake was, whatever it is, you have to find victory in it for yourself. You have to forgive them for yourself. You don't need to speak to them for some type of validation. You need to go back around them old friends flexing. You don't need to go back around that old job, around your old co-workers pulling up in your nice whip and your brand new fabrics and shit, flexing on hoes. Like, you ain't got to do all of that. Trying to prove something, not mainly to them, but mainly to yourself, that you're in a better situation and you can go back and throw it in someone's face. Like, that's immature. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, even wanting to go back to speak to your ex just for them to ask you for your forgiveness just because you want to carry them. It's not even that you want to be with them. It's just that you want to tell them, man, fuck you. You know, that's not someone that's really got to a place of peace with a situation. That's not someone that has really found forgiveness and found victory in the situation because they learned a lesson. That's still someone being immature. That's why a lot of doors are still closed for people who still have that immature thinking. It took me a very, very long time. A long time to grow up. Because I was that motherfucker that would go back to the old job and flex on hoes to show them where I'm working at. And I make way more money than y'all. Or I got my own business. Or y'all bitches is dry. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was that bitch that would go and check on my ex just to make sure this nigga is miserable and laugh. Okay, karma. And I realized every time I would do that shit, some fucked up shit would happen to me. I'm trying to tell y'all, that energy come right back around. Y'all need to really get to a point where you are finding victory and peace and forgiveness and standing an olive branch to your lessons so that they can be your victory, so that they can be your blessings. Because for a long time, I was holding on to resentment, anger, feeling like a victim, having anxiety, or what do they call it? PTSD or some shit. You know, like how something real traumatic happens to you and it's like you have triggers and you're scared to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have triggers. Like, it doesn't mean that you just going out to like war or something. People can have PTSD or whatever the hell they're called. People can have PTSD from growing up in a fucked up neighborhood by seeing people get shot and killed all the time. They can have fear of guns. People have PTSD from growing up seeing their mother getting knocked upside their goddamn head all their childhood and stuff like that. And they're scared of men, you know what I'm saying? So they never grew up with an attraction to men. Like, that's some type of level of post-traumatic trauma. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the end result of someone seeing a traumatic experience that ended up changing their physical makeup. Same thing with a relationship. Some people could experience such a traumatic, toxic, doesn't necessarily mean physical abusive. It could have been emotionally abusive. It could have been, spiritually abusive to them, where they're scared to love. Trauma. Do you understand? You have to get to a point within yourself and your experiences where you do not allow these experiences to be PTSD and be victories for you. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, that was a fucked up experience for me. It was traumatic, but I'm not going to live here in this trauma. I'm going to get the lesson. I received the lesson. I'm thankful for the lesson because I'm no longer green. I know now. I'm going to find peace with this. I'm going to find peace with this. And I swear, once you do that work, you won't be able to, you ain't going to, you think green, baby, you are not going to be able to catch up to your blessings. You're going to be tired just trying to keep up with the amount of joy and amount of energy that you're going to need to keep up with the momentum of the pleasures that God is bringing into your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, extend that olive branch to yourself. Whatever it is, whoever it is, whenever it was a lesson. Just forgive it. And we're going to turn it into flawless victories. Man, every time I go from one job to another, I can always look at my actions and my experience at that place of employment and say, well, I'm about to go somewhere new where don't nobody know me. So I know what I could have did better here. No matter if you're at a job, if you're with your friends, if you're in a relationship, you always learn as you grow and as you change environments. I can honestly say, all right, maybe in my younger years, you thought that sex was so important in a relationship, and then so you're just like fucking like jackrabbits, and then after a couple of months you realize, well, shit, you done did everything and it's like boring. Do you understand what I'm saying? So maybe when you go into your next relationship, it's not so much about sex anymore, because sex get monotonous and boring after you done did everything and y'all done, you know what I'm saying? So you might be more turned on about the person. It might be more so about you getting to know the person, because it makes the sex more engaging this time. So you learn from that other relationship where y'all was just about fucking and fucking like jackrabbits. You've matured since then. You're not taking that energy into a new relationship. You was at a job, and back when you was 18 years old, you kept getting written up and stuff like that because you were always at your desk talking to your friends instead of where you were supposed to be, and you got a write-up. I guarantee you, as a grown adult at the age of 28, you are not still getting written up at whatever job that you're working at, like when you were 18 coming out of high school, for talking and not being at your damn desk as a grown motherfucker at 28 years old. No. So every time that you change your environment and you grow, it doesn't matter if you outgrow friends, if you outgrow relationships, if you outgrow positions in jobs, you are going to learn something where you can elevate and find peace in the situation. And regardless if you've made mistakes or not, forgive. Don't go searching for forgiveness, but forgive for yourself. It's been a few situations where I know that I fucked up, and it could be nice, you know what I'm saying, if there could have been a conversation between co-workers, between friends, between family members and stuff. And when that time comes for that situation to be had, God bless that we're all mature enough to have that conversation with mutual respect, you know. But at this point in time, it's about inner peace and inner forgiveness, extending the honor and the olive branch to yourself to find forgiveness within yourself, so that you can really find the peace and the joy. So you could be exhausted trying to catch up with your blessings, basically. Because y'all know I'm long-winded and I just be rambling. So anyway, I'm going to let y'all go, because I got other shit to do. Now that I'm back home, I got to record. So y'all look for these videos.